You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Just follow the 50/30/20 rule and you'll be financially free. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings. Simple, right? But here's what nobody's telling you. This rule was invented in the early 2000s when the average American could actually afford rent, groceries, and gas without choosing between them. So the question today is, does the 50/30/20 rule still hold up in 2026? Or is it completely broken? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether this rule works for your life, and if it doesn't, I've got a better framework that does. Before we judge it, let's understand it. Senator Elizabeth Warren popularized the 50/30/20 rule in her book All Your Worth back in 2005. The idea is beautifully simple. 50% of your after-tax income goes to needs, rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, minimum debt payments. 30% goes to wants, dining out, subscriptions, entertainment, travel. 20% goes to savings and debt payoff, your emergency fund, retirement, investments. On paper, genius. A built-in permission slip to enjoy life while building wealth. And for a lot of people in 2005, it worked. But a lot has changed since 2005. Let's talk about what the numbers actually look like today. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. The median American household income today is roughly $80,000 a year. That's about $5,400 per month after taxes in most states. The 50/30/20 rule says your needs should be $2,700 a month. But let's look at what's actually happening. Average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in a mid-sized U.S. city? Around $1,500 to $1,900. That's already 28 to 35% of take-home pay, just for rent. Add groceries, up over 25% since 2020. Add car insurance, which has surged in nearly every state. Add utilities. Add your student loan payment. Suddenly that 50% bucket is overflowing, and you haven't even bought a single want yet. For millions of Americans, needs are eating 60, 65, even 70% of their income. The math just doesn't math anymore. And it's not just low earners. Even people pulling in six figures in expensive cities like New York, San Francisco, or Miami are feeling this squeeze. The rule assumes a cost of living reality that, for many people, simply doesn't exist. Now, I'm not here to completely bury the 50/30/20 rule, because for the right person, it absolutely still works. If you live in a lower cost of living area, if your housing costs are under 25% of your income, or if you've already paid off major debts, this framework can be a clean, low-stress way to organize your money. It's also a fantastic starting point for people who have never budgeted before. Instead of tracking every single dollar, you're just dividing your paycheck into 3 buckets. That simplicity is powerful, especially if analysis paralysis has kept you from budgeting at all. The best budget is the one you'll actually stick to. And for a lot of people, simple beats perfect every time. So if the classic rule doesn't fit your life, here's what I recommend instead. The reverse 50/30/20. Step 1. Calculate your actual fixed expenses, not the ideal 50%, but what your real costs are right now. Housing, debt minimums, insurance, transportation. Whatever that number is, that's your baseline. Step 2. Lock in your savings first before spending on wants. Even if it's 10%, even if it's 5% while you're climbing out of debt. Pay yourself before your lifestyle gets paid. This is called paying yourself first, and it's the single highest leverage financial habit you can build. Step 3. Everything that's left over, that's your flexible spending. Wants, fun money, extra debt payoff, whatever matters to you. What this does is flip the script. Instead of hoping there's money left for savings at the end of the month, which there never is, you build savings in automatically and spend what remains with zero guilt. Your budget should reflect your life, not a rule written 20 years ago when a studio apartment cost $700. Let me make this real. Meet Taylor, 29 years old, living in Austin, bringing home $4,200 a month after taxes. Classic 50/30/20 says Taylor's needs should be $2,100. But Taylor's rent is $1,400, car payment $380, insurance $180, Groceries $350. That's $2,310. Already 55%. Under the old rule, Taylor feels like a failure. But with the reverse framework, Taylor locks in $420 to savings automatically on payday, that's 10%. Then covers all fixed expenses. The remaining $1,470 is guilt-free spending money. Same income, same expenses, totally different mindset. Taylor went from feeling broke to feeling in control without changing a single number. So here's the bottom line. The 50/30/20 rule isn't dead, but it needs a serious update for 2026. Use it as inspiration, not gospel. Adjust the percentages to your actual life, automate your savings first, and stop measuring yourself against numbers that were written for a different economy. If this helped you, smash that like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And drop in the comments, what percentage of your income goes to housing right now? I read every single comment. Subscribe if you want more real talk about money that actually works in the real world. New video every week. I'll see you in the next one.